Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my Back to Beauty No by Year. This year I am concentrating on using my makeup and not buying it. Today I'm using my makeup to bring to you my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me for the month of April. Every month I bring to you my Shop My Stash video in which I choose a handful of products to concentrate and focus on, get to know, and become intimate with over the month. And then on the first Friday of every month, I do a Get Ready With Me using those products and giving you my first impressions, more detailed reasonings why I'm shopping my stash for certain products, and some shenanigans in between as always. It's a really good thing that it's kind of dark today because maybe you can't see what a huge mess my hair is. For those of you that are new to my channel, I will link my curly girl journey up in the cards for you if you want to know why my hair looks like such a mess. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first product I shop my stash for April is the Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Radiance with SPF 35, the little sample guy. And mostly I'm just hoping to move this out by concentrating on this for the month of April. I don't think that should be a problem. I'm almost finished with my Too Faced Primed and Peachy primer from my birthday era project pan over on Instagram, so I feel like it'll be a good time to, wow, this is radiant, isn't it? So I think this will be a good time to go ahead and bring another primer into the mix that I'm focusing on. That is a category within my collection that I'm hoping to lower numbers in, is primers. I would love to get down to like one hydrating, one like makeup extending. Yes, I have another friend here on my shin. You know, one makeup primer that increases the longevity of my makeup, and that should be good in my opinion. So I'm gonna slowly work through what I have during 2019, which is my no buy year. So definitely radiant. It feels nice on the skin. I'm going to use my It CC cream today. I am going to try and work through this. If you haven't seen it, I talked in a recent video that the CC cream really isn't my favorite anymore. It really was a holy grail for me for a long time, but I just think we've outgrown our love for one another. I do like it and I like the way it feels. Maybe I just need to find a better, you know, way to use it. Maybe I'm using too much. I always, since, you know, getting this package here, I've always used just one pump it on the back of my hand, and then go in and distribute it around my face. Maybe it's more that I need to adjust my application methods or the amount that I apply. And maybe it's just that my tastes really are changing. I feel like I really need some concealing today, so I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape. I think I'll be really sad when this runs out. So lately I've been using my finger. I think it was Sabrina that I was watching that said, you know, and she read like an article and stuff like that, and it was all about tips and tricks for applying concealer and making it look more natural or something like that, and I thought it was really neat. And so anyway, I've been trying to apply, at least to start with my finger, and then go back in with either a beauty blender or a brush, whatever I happen to be using that day. So the next product that I shot my stash for was the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 2 Medium. And this is what it looks like. It looks like an eyeshadow. This was a promo code that happened to pop up when I was ordering a hair product, probably because I've gone a little overboard. So anyways, I had no idea it was going to be quite this small, but at least I get to try it. And you know, this, if you have it, it will work really well for setting down your eyeshadow primer, which we'll probably use it for today. And again, kind of like the primer, I just thought I'd go ahead and try and use this up this month in April. Less little things floating around. My first impressions on this powder, it's nice. I know that's really helpful, but it's a powder. I mean, I think when we're done here, you'll see that nothing miraculous has happened with my skin thus far whilst using this powder. But I may have different or better opinions of it when the month is over. And hopefully this is out of my collection. It's really interesting to get it on this brush here. Like I said, it's a nice powder. I wouldn't say it's any nicer than my favorite number 7 powder, Perfect Light pressed powder. They have translucent as well as a few shades, and I just don't think it's special. I'm gonna jump off of here real quick and pencil in my brows with my IT Brow Power pencil, just because it's nothing new and it's nothing interesting to watch. So ERB. I will be so happy when this is gone. Just saying. All right, moving on to the next item. It is the Benefit Blush Bar. This was a gift from my hubby and I love it. However, I have not been using it a whole lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and make use of it this month, get to know it, get to know and have that color recall on the different products that are in this palette. We have Hoola Bronzer, of Dandelion, Gold Rush, California, and Rockateur. So yeah, so we're gonna start off by bronzing with the Hoola Bronzer. I do have a mini of this bronzer in my collection. I did pan it for a while in 2018, and it's a decent bronzer. It's a decent little bronzer. I certainly don't need 2 in my collection, so I probably will go back to panning that one at some point in 2019. But it is a nice matte bronzer. It's just slightly less my favorite than the number 7 Match Made bronzer that I also have. All right, so for blush, I always have a hard time telling which is the warmer one between Rockateur and Gold Rush, so I'm gonna swatch those. That's what they look like. This is Gold Rush and Rockateur. So there's Gold Rush and there is Rockateur. Oh, that is an interesting turn of events. I actually think they're both warm, and I think Rockateur is probably going to show up a little better on my cheeks. So let's start with that. I'll start with some Rockateur on my Aesthetica P12 brush. There is a reason that I don't mention brushes a lot on my channel unless I'm talking about a specific brush, and that's because you don't need the brushes that I have. I mean, certainly if you ever have a question, I'll happily answer it, but you don't need the brushes I have. You need the brushes that you have, or that you like, or that you can afford, or whatever the case is. I think, you know, that's what you should do. That's what I did. I will say my Delium tool brushes, I mean, those were straight up, I think it was Jessica Braun made me buy it. So, you know, but they were a gift. Again, they were a gift from my hubby. He got me 15 makeup brushes for our 15th anniversary last year, like a year ago. And I will have those brushes forever. They're so well made and whatnot that it was a beautiful, thoughtful, and practical gift. I just love the smell of this palette. I don't know if all the blushes smell or if it's just their palettes or if it's just one of the blushes in this palette. If you know, can you let us know in the comments below? I'm just curious because I don't have, the only other box blush of theirs that I had was Dandelion, and I think that one had a smell to it. I think I'm going to add just a little bit of Gold Rush to just the apples of the cheek and the top of the cheekbone. Gold Rush is definitely more glowy than Rockateur from what I can tell here. But the reason I picked this for my Shop My Stash though is I honestly haven't used it as much as I thought I would. That's what I thought. I feel like Gold Rush could almost be a highlighter for me. So for highlight, because I'm working on it, I'm going to be using the Pixie by Petra. This was originally the Beauty Blush Duo in Pink Honey. I broke mine and repressed it into this beautiful peach highlight that I definitely love way more than I ever did the Blush Duo. I think I got this in an Ipsy bag, so like quite a long time ago. So yeah, so I have this in my birthday era project pan right now. I'm hoping to hit pan on this, be even better if I could use it up. Ooh, but it's really pretty. It's very subtle, which I really like. Not that I can't get down with a blinding highlight either. I like both. Just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're going to put on our eyes today is a single shadow, and the only ColourPop Super Shock shadow that I have, Brain Fart. This is in their Ultra Glitter formula, and the shade is called Bouncy, and I would equate this to like a taupey shade with purple, pinky, green type glitter to it. And actually this works really well as a one shadow look. So today I'm going to show you how I do that. I've showed this in another video, but let's review. And then I'm just going to add a couple more shades after that one shadow look to punch it up a little bit and use Jacqueline over here so she doesn't feel left out. So I just get some on a fluffy brush. Let's see, maybe we'll start with our finger. I did not set the primer on my lid, so I'm actually going to start with my finger and pack this on the lid. So the reason that I Shop My Stash for this shadow is I never use this, like never ever. And it's pretty and I paid for it. Like I specifically made a ColourPop order for this. So yeah, I just want to make some use out of it. You know, ColourPop shadows do dry out, as you know, is frequently said and shown in the beauty community here on YouTube. And so, you know, I want to get some use out of this puppy before that day comes. And it is a pretty shade, and I think, you know, this isn't going to hurt any progress with Jacqueline. In fact, it may help, because I kind of wish there was more of a, like more of a cool tone presence in the Jacqueline Hill palette. But there isn't. There's a few, but not a lot. So I'm just taking the same shade and loading my big fluffy brush and putting it in the crease. So there you go. You have your basic one shadow look here, just on the crease, just packed on the lid and then diffused in the crease. All right, what else are we gonna do? Let's go into Jacqueline here. And I think I'm going to use two of the shades that I'm working on this month. I think I'll use a little pukey in the transition area and go from there. That is the most horrible name for an eyeshadow that I have ever come across. Other than that Pretty Mess palette from Too Faced, there's some really awful names in there, but pukey, yeah, that's something else for sure. So I'm just placing pukey here, like I said, in the transition area and kind of trying to blend it in with that bounce shade. The nice thing about that shade is that even though it's an ultra glitter formula, the glitter does blend away if you decide to go in with it on your crease. So that makes it kind of perfect for a one shadow look. Okay, I kind of like how this warm and cool is going together. And then for the lid, I'm gonna go in with another shade I'm working on this month, which is this shade right here called Little Lady, and it is a beautiful peach shade. And I do think we're gonna see the highlighter come back maybe as a part of this look. I'm just gonna put this on the inner third or so, just to brighten up the inner part of the eye a little bit. If you guys haven't seen my most recent update on my Pan That palette, which is Jacqueline over here, I'll link that up in the cards for you. I hit 2 pans in March. I'm so excited. So very subtle, but I like it. Hoping it will translate on camera, but I always do have close-ups at the end of my video of the look in better lighting. Peach has got to be one of my favorite colors in the whole wide world. What's really going to be interesting is picking one of the lips that I shot my stash for to go with this look. Going back into Bounce here, I'm going to attempt to smudge that out on the lower lash line, punching up the depth a little bit. I actually really like this look. I don't know what the deal is lately. I don't know if it's even a thing or if it's just something I've been doing, but I've been loving mixing warm tones and cool tones lately. Like, I just love how they set each other off. So then I'm going to go on my inner corner with my highlighter. I think I'm gonna spray it, and I hope this works as a beautiful inner corner. That would be lovely. And then I might go in with it on the brow bone as well. Kind of just flying by the seat of my pants today. I don't know if you can tell. Alrighty, and then on the brow bone with the same highlighter. I want one more little tiny pop in the inner corner, so I'm gonna use In Light here. I hit pan on that in March, and I just want that little pop of white or real light on that inner corner right by the tear duct. There it is. For liner, I'm going to use my brown unknown, oh, it's a Rimmel London brown eyeliner. my favorite. And I'm also going to go in with the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Rose Gold on the waterline. All right, my current mascara is the NARS Climax, this little deluxe sample. Eyes are finished. So I kind of shot myself in the foot for my Shop My Stash lippies this month in terms of creating this look right here. But I think of the three, I'm gonna go with the red one. This could go very awry very quickly. So here we go. I may have found my perfect red lipstick. I'm excited to continue wearing it this month. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little get ready with me. I do these every month on the first Friday of the month. And then the last Friday of the month, I create a look and a get ready with me using my Pan That palette. And you never know what will fall on the other two Get Ready With Me Fridays during the month. I just want to say hello and thank you to all of my new subscribers from Anya's channel. I appreciate you guys checking out my channel so much, and even more for subscribing. I hope you will enjoy my content. I think if you like Anya's channel, you will also like my channel. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful, bold lip makeup days. And I will see you in my next video soon.